Tiana Lanee, and today I'm joined by the lovely Renata Eileena.
Yes.
Do you want to tell everybody what you do?
Yes, my name is Renata Eileena. I design custom shoes and also clothing. I'm actually coming out with a lipstick line right now called Possible by Renata Eileena. So yes.
Nice. So how long have you been doing all these things?
Well, I actually was doing shoes, like playing around since 2010. But it wasn't until 2014 that I actually decided to make it a business. And I didn't want it, like, you know how you do things first, your girlfriends get it, or you do little stuff and people actually like it. So once I realized I can actually make some money off of it, I actually made an LLC in 2014 and started making it like official.
Wow.
Yes.
So how did you figure out that you had like a passion for design and fashion?
Oh my gosh, I actually had a passion for design, fashion since I was a little girl. I can remember being in like, and anybody who knows, I went to Strawberry Mansion High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, graduated from there. Anybody who knows me from Philly or in that area, they knew ever since I was a young girl. I always said I was going to start a clothing line. I remember coming up with this thing called Renata Wear. I was so, this is after Rockaware, I was so like obsessed with Jay-Z. That's a whole other thing. But it's really been something that I really love to do since I can remember, like my aunt sews for the mummers. Yeah, so I have like sews in them. Extravagant, very extravagant. So I was just raised around seeing all of that. And I mean, I just, as a grown woman, it always stuck with me.
Good.
Yes.
So do you have any like influences or anybody that like motivated you in the fashion industry?
You know what? I will say Betsy Johnson. She is one of the people that I look at because I like to say my style is kind of outlandish. Like if you see in my shoes, I have shoes made of real glass. So I love colorful things. Like I'm always wearing something of color. So Betsy Johnson was really, really one of my biggest inspirations, and she still is. So.
Nice. So explain what Renata Eileena LLC is, how you came about with just using, I guess, your name for the title, and what products do you offer?
Well, Renata Eileena LLC is basically a fashion brand. Under it, it's Renata Eileena. It's Renata Eileena LLC. It is Renata Eileena Custom Shoes, and it's also Possible by Renata Eileena. So basically, it is completely a fashion brand. Anything unique. I was at an event the other day and they literally I don't think nobody know me. I'm like, nobody know me. I'm going here. They're like the shoe lady. Right. The shoe, like that's what my brand is. My brand is synonymous with fashion. And what was the other question?
What products do you offer and how did you come about choosing your name for it?
I got a funky little story for that. So the name of my shoe line actually was D4G, which is Destined for Greatness.
I like it.
So I played around. This was back in cause you know things start with a thought. You play with it for a long time. I didn't think I had the confidence to actually start a business. So for a long time I was going as D4G. So when it was time to patent the name, I realized that someone had actually used it under the same, even almost down to the same logo.
Really?
I was so crushed.
I think that was common.
I don't, to this day, I don't know what happened. Even to the same logo, and when you patent a name, you can't have the same exact products. I can have D4G, but it can't be under clothing. Yeah. And someone told me to check. So I went to check you check this website to see who has what, and I went on there and someone had almost the same exact logo, and I was really crushed. So this is so weird. I went to sleep and I had a dream. And in the dream, it was I kept hearing my name. And so I woke up my actual name is Renata Eileena Roundtree. That's my full name. So I was like, well, no one can steal my name. Right. You can't steal, you can't say Renata. So I decided to make my name an LLC to really make it official. You can't steal it.
I know, that's right.
Right, so that is actually how I came up with Renata Eileena. And ever since then, it's been taking its own form. So the products that I offer right now, I want so much stuff. But right now, I offer custom clothing. So you can come to me, you can get shoes done, you can get bras done, you can get hats done. My lipstick line, which my bottles are also custom. You can get your name. I think that's the difference because I didn't realize. Well, first of all, the makeup industry is $265 billion industry. So, and I just realized that I know now why, because everybody can get a little piece of that. Right. But I realize now that it's a lot of girls coming out with lipstick lines, and I didn't even realize that in me doing my research. But what's going to set me apart is I think people like celebrities like things personalized. That's You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
my
want,
name is
right, you want your name on it, or you
Mhm.
wanted some crystals on it, you want something like that. So that is my line right now, but I want to make this into a clothing line. My goal is to not sit down and, glue things on shoes. I actually want a shoe line production, but that is hundreds and thousands of dollars.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, to break a mold of a shoe, like a mold is this. So this is every shoe starts with a mold, a shape. This is like 500,000 to get a mold,
Seriously?
which is why for for them to mold the shoe and not even which is why you see replicas. So you notice that you see replicas because it costs too much money. So it's easier for me to put a mold and put my shoe in somebody else's mold. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I didn't know all of that went in.
I'm the shoe. When I say I do my research, I have like OCD about research.
That's why you gotta be though, because how would you know? Like me just looking from the outside in, it's like, oh, that can't
Right.
be. Right. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, so when you see
that's a big investment.
When you see these knockoffs, they're really not knockoffs. I mean, not like they're really not knockoffs, but I mean, we're all placing. That's why you see the same, just different colors, same style. They just it costs cheaper for me to put mine together.
Exactly. Feature on major outlets such as KarenCivil.com,
Yes.
Lala's Full Court. That was my show.
Yes.
Just was wondering like what happened to
Yes.
it. So with all of that recognition, like how does that feel to have your stuff featured like on something on major?
You know what? I don't know. Like I think I just was living in a moment. With both of those, the funny thing about it is, I swear I'm from New York. I'm born and raised in Philly, but I feel like I'm a New York girl. So I just so happened to be listening to the radio, and Lala was on it. She was like, I want you to write. I need, like, people from all over the world was writing in. She was like, I need people to write in and tell me something that they're doing inspiring. And if it's good enough, I'm going to pick you out of, I was handpicked out of all the people that read it. At that time, I did so much stuff in Philly. At that point, I was doing because I taught in a women's prison for 2 years for free, no money, no nothing.
Really?
I went in there and taught, so I told her I was doing that, and I wrote some other things I was doing around the city, and she literally handpicked me and had me on her show. Yeah, it was, I was just like, I couldn't, honestly, she was so sweet, she was so accommodating, and we actually filmed it. So at that time, I was working somewhere, and I literally got an email on Sunday that I was supposed to be in New York on Monday for taping. I was like, I called my job I got right on the mega bus. I got right on the mega bus.
That's so decent.
But and the Karen Civil thing, I don't even know how I stumbled, but that was really, I was really honored by that, that someone really is recognizing my craft, because I really do work hard. Outside of just doing shoes, I'm pursuing my second degree in business. Don't ask me why. I'm actually getting ready to graduate, and I know you are too. Yes. So it is definitely a lot, but for those two, I mean, I'm still actually in a moment of that, and I really do look forward to just people recognizing something different. So and empowering women. So
I love that.
Thank you.
So tell us about Possible Cosmetics.
Oh yes. All right, so as a little girl, I always wanted to come out with a cosmetic line, but I never knew how to do it. So one day, actually this was my goal. It's so funny when I do things, because I'm one of those type of girls, and my friends are just over me, because I'm so crazy. I'm like, I want this, and then literally, instead of just, you know how people say stuff, girl, you ain't gonna get that. The next day I was like, I'm on the phone to manufacturer.
Right,
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm really gonna do this. It's not a joke. So Possible Cosmetics is basically my creative lipstick line. I would say that it came from a place, the reason why I named it Possible is because I've really been through a lot. I've been through a whole lot. Like I said, I'm from 31st and Dom, and I'm from North Philly. Grew up there for 18 years, seen a lot of things, lost a lot of friends, went through the transition of being in church and then leaving, losing jobs, not having support in my business. So one day I really thought of Possible, because I really believe I am the poster girl for anything is possible. So I want people, when they wear my cosmetics, when you say you buy, you want to get a card, something on it inspirational. I'm going, yes, because I feel that's what we need. As women, I just feel I didn't get any encouragement. I didn't really get any pats on the back when I was, getting calls or people calling me, or me just doing this by myself and taking care of my own self and just really building my brand. So Possible Cosmetics really is, it speaks to those women who believe that anything is possible.
Right.
So that's where I'm trying to go with that. Hopefully, I mean, actually, my manufacturer was crazy. They think I'm crazy. I called them. I stalk everybody. I don't play nobody. I don't play with nobody when it comes to my stuff. So I'm just like, yeah, it's just like, so I'm like, well, this is what I asked her. Mind you, I didn't, like, it's just in production. I'm like, well, can you process 10,000 orders? She's like, ma'am. I'm like, cause I'm trying to have this in stores. What do you mean? But I'm real, like, that's how I see myself. Like, I see Possible as something that women are really going to grasp. And yes, I know that we got Kylie Lip Pop, and I just was watching like Karuchi and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just what, that's fine. That's whatever. That is what that is. But it's just like, it's just so much doper stuff going on in like the area and like this community. So that's what I want to bring out with Possible. So thank you.
Like, remember?
yes, most definitely. Yeah, man.
So what advice would you give to young girls that's looking to get into the fashion industry?
Oh man. Be authentic. Don't be swayed. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't be swayed by anything. And just really, one thing I really want to say is really know your stuff. Like, young girls, like, we are so uneducated on things. And not to say that I wasn't, but I take the initiative to learn whatever I don't know. No one has to force me. No one has to say, Renata, girl, listen, I completely even in school with a business degree, I self-taught because college really does not teach you entrepreneurship at all. So I would say, honestly, just get to know to run a business. That's the most important thing. Be authentic and get to know how to run a business and research.
That's crazy because I used to want to major in entrepreneurial studies.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did.
Yeah, no, are you in journalism, correct? Okay, yeah.
But that's crazy, but it is a lot of stuff that you do just have to teach yourself because you won't learn it.
It's ridiculous. Like, and this is just me because I really, like, entrepreneurship is just something else, whether it's full-time, part-time. It's you have to be in it to actually learn it. Like, I don't think that anybody can, all the ups and downs I don't think that anybody could teach, like, marketing. You know, how to get your stuff in stores. I haven't heard, I've been sitting and I'm vocal in my class. I be like, my professors are over me. I've been with them for 2 years. They just like, this girl, let her get her degree so she can go on about her business. Because I complain about everything. I'm like, y'all ain't teaching me nothing. Y'all teach me how to get a job.
Oh, really? Because that's what you're paying for.
It's ridiculous.
So it's like, you need to know how to do that. What if you weren't like a self-taught person? What would you do?
And it's so many people who aren't.
Just being deaf.
Right, exactly. It's just like, they don't teach entrepreneurship, so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So give us a quote that you live by. It could be your own or just like what keeps you going. Just a saying that keeps you going.
Let's see. That's a good question. Okay, so I would say a quote that I live by is, I guess I'll say biblical, is something about faith. I can't remember the specific quote, but I can't remember the specific quote.
But you know it.
But something surrounding faith, like anything, like just moving forward, believing that you can do something, believing that if you bump your head, you can get back up, you fall down, you get back up. So anything around those lines is what actually keeps me going, because you actually absolutely positively need faith. I don't care who your God is, you need to be believing in something bigger than you, because it really does take like an extra power for you to really go do something that you feel like you couldn't do. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So what else can we expect from you in 2016?
Okay, so I will have a full cosmetic line. It won't just be lipsticks. So you can expect that from me. You'll actually see more of me possibly doing some reality TV.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes. Getting everything in the works. And you can just really see me building. You can see me out here teaching young girls, teaching, grown women, unifying and saying, let's just get this money and let's start these businesses and let's start them right.
Right.
So, yeah.
So how can people contact you?
Okay, if anybody want to contact me, RenataEileena.com, or it's on my shirt.
I like that logo.
Thank you. So RenataEileena.com. And you can catch me at Renata Eileena Shoes on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. And you have the cosmetic website too. I know it says that it's
yes. Oh yes. Thank you. Yes. And you can contact me at www.possiblecosmetic.com. Right now it is just you can subscribe, but I will be building, and I'm actually going to be doing that myself.
Right.
So, Jack, you got to be a jack of all trades.
Right.
On the budget. So yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. So yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
I'm excited. You guys did my graduation cap.
Yes, definitely. Yes, no, I really support what you do. This is really dope. Like, I love to see Black women of color unifying, and you definitely show that. So I really, and I was really excited about this interview. Like, I don't care how big, how small. I'm really excited. Yeah, so yeah, thank you.